forced labor had taken their toll on his once robust physique. An acute pain lanced his left side as he neared his destination. The Space Needle seemed to reach the very stars. The saucer-shaped dome at the top, like the rest of Seattle, was enveloped by an inky nocturnal veil. The metal tower supporting the dome, once polished and gleaming as a lure to countless tourists, had long since lost its luster, and the concave framework appeared to be tilting several degrees to the west. Dale stopped at the base of the needle, catching his breath, doubled over. How in the world was he going to get to the top? Broadcasting from the needle's pinnacle would serve to minimize potential interference from the nearby structures, but the task of ascending the tower without the aid of an elevator promised to tax his diminished strength to the utmost. But what other choice did he have? None. Dale moved along the bottom of the tower, seeking an entrance. He found a door ajar and halted, listening. His brown eyes detected a line of faint black lettering on the light-colored door, barely visible but legible if he placed his nose next to the large faded print. No admittance. Employees only. Where did it lead? Dale cautiously entered the tower and was elated to discover a flight of stairs. He craned his neck, trying to see the underside of the dome, but the Stygian shadows swallowed up everything more than 20 feet overhead. Was anyone or anything in the tower? There was only one way to find out. Dale squared his slim shoulders and started up the stairs. The air inside the tower was muggy, making breathing difficult. He ignored the discomfort as he forged ever upward, speculating on whether his gambit would pay off. What were the odds someone would be listening when he broadcast his Mayday? Shortwave sets were scarce, even in California, and the number of shortwave enthusiasts had drastically dwindled after the war. There were perhaps 24 functional sets in all of California, but if just one shortwave operator was monitoring the airwaves, then the hope of a rescue, however slim the hope might be, outweighed the risks. One of the hams, after all, had first monitored an SOS coming from Seattle. A long time elapsed without a hint of pursuit. A sudden draft of frigid air brought Dale up short. He gazed upward, surprised to see the outline of the underside of the dome not more than 15 feet away. He was almost there. Excited, he hurried to the top of the stairwell and found another open door. This one afforded access to the dome. Even in the dim light, he could distinguish the jumble of upended and broken furniture and other debris littering the interior. He walked to the right, toward the windows ringing the former revolving restaurant, and a fresh breeze tingled his skin and ruffled his beard. For a moment he was distracted, wishing he had a razor. 4 months without shaving had produced a long mustache and a bushy beard, neither of which he liked. The wind increased as he neared the windows. His eyes narrowed as he noticed many of the panes were broken or missing. Now was the time. Dale halted and quickly unslung the backpack. He opened the top flap, then hastily removed the shortwave unit. This particular model had been manufactured shortly before the war, using the ultimate in pre-war state-of-the-art technology and miniature components. Unlike its bulky predecessors, which had taken up a lot of space and required a big external antenna, this streamlined, compact model incorporated an antenna into its housing. And unlike the earlier versions, which had relied on conventional AC electric outlets, this unit was energized by an incredibly powerful battery. What was that? Dale stiffened, listening. He thought he'd heard a thumping noise emanating from the bowels of the tower. The gill men? Dale hastily flicked on the power button, and the dials and indicators became aglow with a pale greenish light. He detached the silver pencil mic from its holder and raised it to his lips. A hasty check of the meters verified the unit was operating properly. Static crackled from the small square speaker located in the upper right-hand corner of the unit. Dale took a deep breath. "Mayday," he began. "Mayday. This is a Mayday call. Mayday." The static sounded like frying bacon. "Mayday! Mayday! Can anyone hear me?"